Hello and welcome to episode 13 of the No Hype Zone. I am Seth. This is Lance. We just want to reiterate what the No Hype Zone means. No is spelled kNOW, where it has two meanings. One, it means know what you're talking about. kNOW, your information. Okay. It also means no, as in NO, no bias, no super hype, no allegiances. We try to talk constructively and objectively about everybody, regardless of our fanaticism. But there are times in the show we're gonna say hype and no hype. Like, I'm a huge Ohio State guy. I'm gonna be like, my hype on Ohio State, yeah, the quarterback position might be a little rough this year. It's a new guy coming in. My no hype would be like, they're so awesome. Like, they're the best team ever. Like, they're gonna go undefeated. Holy crap.
No. He got that wrong.
Yeah,
he got it wrong other way around. So his hype would be, this is the greatest team ever, blah, 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 blah. This is my team. His no hype would be, they need help at the quarterback position.
Okay.
For example,
all right.
I'm a Dodgers fan. The Dodgers is the greatest baseball team on the planet, to me. That's offending a lot of Cubs fans. I'm in my hype. No hype would be, but they can't win a championship and they can't win when it counts. That hurts. That's no hype. That's truth. So your hype is what you feel, your passion. Your no hype is using your brain and just pretty much calling it objectively opposed to just calling it.
So being a Red Sox fan, my hype is I can't stand the Yankees. They're the worst team ever. My no hype is they're doing really well with all their injuries and all the guys in the IL and all these young guys coming up. I'm very impressed with them. I actually watched the game last night.
Yes.
They played against Tampa Bay.
Exactly.
And this new pitcher named Germán. 7 wins, leading the league with 7 wins as a guy that just came up from the minors this year because of all their injuries. So kudos to them. That's my no hype.
My hype is, you know what? I hope Kevin Durant doesn't win another championship. My no hype is, and that's my hype is because of the fact that he left OKC. My no hype is Kevin Durant is the best player on the planet. He got 7-footer with a handle. I was praying that he didn't come down with an Achilles injury because I love his game.
Yeah, it's a calf injury, right? Calf strain?
I had a moment, I almost cried. I realized how much I love Kevin Durant when I thought he was about to go down with that Achilles.
Really?
I was so I know my heart beat. I've been wearing KD shirt. Matter of fact, I wore a KD shirt.
It's not a KD shirt.
Yeah, I know, but this is not a KD shirt.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna wear it out in public.
Yeah.
I'm in the house. But it's the real. My hype is, although I don't like to see him winning championships with Golden State, no hype. He fits in perfect with that team. That was the best decision he could have made. That team is unstoppable. Golden State is the best basketball team. It's like looking at
ever.
Nah, I'm not gonna say ever.
Not even though they went 73-9 that one year.
Nah, I still from Chicago. The Bulls team was still in my hype. In my hype, the Bulls team is still the greatest team ever with Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan.
No hype.
No hype. I can't compare the eras.
It's hard. It's hard.
You can't compare
That's
the
tough.
era. So the thing is, yeah, you compare the teams. I don't know if the Bulls could have handled Steph Curry's shoot. The way that dude shoots is something of like a video game.
Yeah.
It's like, when you hear the story of Achilles being dipped in the pool, and it's like his ankle is the only thing that's a problem with him.
Yes,
everything else
literally true.
Yeah,
it's literally true.
But everything else about Steph Curry is almost biblical, mythological. It doesn't fit the bill. He's too small. He's your average, ordinary guy, and he's got a cool heart. What I love about him, and of course, Seth already knows my spiritual background when he said, "My Lord and Savior Jesus Christ." I love that. So I got to root for him for that reason alone. But outside of that, that's my hype rooting for him because of spirituality. But no hype. The boy is just next level. It's like I'm looking at Michael Jordan without somebody flying all over the court. His jump shot is equivalent to a thunderous dunk. And that 3-pointer, the way he shoots it.
And if you think about it, comparing the dunk to the 3-pointer, the 3-pointer is more valuable.
Yeah.
So you know how a crowd gets all hyped up over a dunk? Oh, like a monster dunk. You shoot a 3-pointer in someone's face, that's an extra point, and that's actually more beneficial if you think about it. Which I think that is their method. Is like, hey, a 3 beats a 2 every single time down the court.
Yeah, a 2 to me, a slam dunk is like a bullet, quick shot. A bullet can hurt. A 3-pointer is like a cannon. It's like boom! It hits it and it explodes. It takes your soul, takes your heart away. You got to figure out a way to catch up. You can't come. You got to shoot this three. Now you under pressure. Steph shoots that three like a layup. He couldn't He couldn't hit anything yesterday in the first half. He came back in that second half and lights out. He dialed.
We're just jumping right into it.
Yeah,
let's jump right into it.
Let's just do it. Let's just go right in the hype.
There you go. Yeah.
So
I like it.
So yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say that I feel like the Rockets again threw up all over themselves. Reminiscent of last year, even when Chris Paul was out, they missed 27 3-pointers in that Game 7 last year. This year again, they couldn't do it. I don't know what you were telling me. I saw the first half of the game. I couldn't watch the second half. I was doing a family thing. But you were telling me, even in the fourth quarter, Harden only had 1 3-point attempt.
Yeah, one 3-point. Yeah, 1 3-pointer.
Yeah.
To Harden's credit, okay, we got the call in.
Let's do it. We got a caller on the show.
We got a call in
already.
What's up, Eric? We got you on the show, man. Hello. What's going on, brother? We got you on the show. We taping right now live. We talking hype, no hype. We talking about Golden State game last night. You on camera right now with my man Seth right now. So please give us a breakdown. And let me break down Pee Wee. Pee Wee is like baby Michael Jordan from the South Side of Chicago.
Okay.
His game was outstanding. When I loved him as a teammate, playing against him, I was hoping to God that I had to stick him. His game was ridiculous. Had a jump shot, most passionate player you play with. You on his team and you don't come to play, you about to get an elbow or you about to be called some names. This dude is as serious as it comes. Okay. I love him. I grew up. So, hey, break this down, E.
Give us your hype.
Give us your hype, man. Thank you, man.
So, there's enough respect. And the reason why I became who I became. Freshman year, when you hit them 3-pointers in the corner in my mouth, when we played Catholic League, it was one of the main reasons why I became who I became.
Thank you, brother.
I got to give you enough respect.
Thank you, brother.
When we talk about Golden State, we already can almost pencil them in with that type of team that year going to the finals.
Yep.
And so being without Kevin Durant, to put out maybe, one of the best team in the West, James Harden having an MVP year. I mean, it speaks volumes to Golden State and just let you know whoever faced them in the finals because, I'm not skipping Denver or, Portland. I'm not jumping ahead, but be sure to know what Golden State is.
Yep.
Because that beats.
Yep. Yeah, they.
It's kind of like, okay, well, KD, you still put out Houston. So
Yep.
That's big volumes. It should wake up the rest of the teams in the playoffs. It should let you know that's coming for another ring.
Right. And I thought that was amazing how Steph. And I know how we grew up watching Michael Jordan from Chicago. It was amazing to see Steph go scoreless in the first half. Clay carried the team. They don't have Kevin Durant, just like you said. The ball is flowing. Seth and I was talking about that the other day. But it was just amazing and how Steph was able to show you that there's levels to being a closer. The way that he came out in that fourth quarter and just pretty much broke P.J. Tucker's ankles on that three-pointer, pretty much, to me, he stole the soul of Houston right there. And then what's with Harden not showing up in the fourth quarter? Can you break that down for me?
This is something that Harden kind of knows. And it's to be a champion, you have to break that inconsistency of not knowing how to win.
Right.
When you consistently do the same thing, you keep getting put out the same way, you're not showing up. Because James Harden, he did it last year. Game 7, Chris Paul hurt.
Yep.
A game that James Harden had to have 50 years. We needed that. They needed that 50 to beat Golden State in the Game 7. So, it lets you know, like, the playoffs kind of show you everybody ain't as good as the gym shoe sales.
Yep.
Not to get off track, but Russell Westbrook, you love Russell.
Yep.
He still got to learn how to win.
Yep, I agree. No hype. You're exactly right about that. That's what champions do. Right. They've been going back to back. There's dynasties. They got a dynasty going. So I want to ask you this, Pete. Hype, no hype, because you know you're in Milwaukee, and I know Seth is biting at the Chomsky. Yeah, he's in Milwaukee. Okay. So we already know where you riding right now, because I've been on this Giannis. If you've been watching the show, I've been talking about how Giannis, other than KD is the best player in the world, but Giannis is right there on his ankles right now. Hype, give us your hype on who's gonna win the NBA championship, and give us your no hype on who's gonna win the NBA championship.
Who's going to win the championship?
Yeah, your hype and your no hype.
My no hype, and the no hype is the playing call. That I would have to get to go to stage. Just
Okay.
Experience and what they showed. Of course, my no hype would be the Milwaukee Bucks.
Got you.
Because I think they can beat Toronto just off the strength, or Philly. That's a second game. That's a elimination game. So with that series, if Milwaukee do what they do, you gotta remember, I never really seen a team that has those 2 games all year.
Right.
I mean, most teams that do that's a kind of like sprint for a championship.
Yes, it is.
They even did it in the playoffs. They never lost 2 games all year.
Yep.
So they lost the first game against Boston, and then they beat them first game.
Yep.
It's 4 straight games, so it's like, when I think about the hype, and I'm in Milwaukee, and the hype is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Hey, brother, you need to come here. The stadium is beautiful. They build it. Everything around it, $700 million stadium, probably plus more. The area they build around, beautiful $1 million homes. Brother, it's an up-and-coming. They're gonna be doing some championship. I think they're right there yet, especially when you have your superstar who can't hit a mid-range jump shot.
Right. So you think Giannis is gonna stay there the long term? They building that. You think that he's not? Okay. Damn.
When your plane started to pay you, and you put a city on a map, wow.
Man.
And you bring billions of dollars of revenue to that city because of your basketball play, then you become one of the greats.
Yep.
Yep, I agree.
So you want to ask him?
Yeah. No, I agree.
You agree?
Yeah.
You got Seth agreeing with everything you saying. That means that and one of the things about E is that he's so efficient when he talks sports.
You know what I'm saying? It's too bad because Milwaukee's a small market.
Yeah.
That Giannis doesn't get more attention. It has to take him to go to the Eastern Conference Finals to be like, oh, hey, Giannis is now finally good. So we've known this for a while. I feel like a true basketball fan.
Yeah.
Just too bad the media doesn't give that small market more hype.
Yep.
You know? So.
How you feel about that? How you feel about the small market, big market stuff?
I mean, I truly, you know, but it's something that, regardless how many championships he did, or how much, he only can bring so much exposure to a small market, and I understand exactly what you said, because, I mean, if Giannis was in LA, New York, is doing what he's doing right now, oh my God, he'd be on New York Times.
Yep, exactly.
It would, like you said, the exposure would be different, but I think when it comes to basketball, when you can force championships to your city, and you can force the Indian other teams to say, okay, you guys are a record source, then you can almost, I think Giannis might be one of the first guys to be able to turn a small market into a big market city.
Yeah, I hope so.
I think that was the purpose that the owners had in Milwaukee, because you put a $700 million stadium plus, you know, in the heart of the city. I'm talking about right downtown, and you have a sports center, a fitness center across the street for the Milwaukee Bucks. Actually, they wanted the players to live right across the street from the stadium. I mean, the culture they building around the team, I think they kind of know that might be the guy, or one of the first guys to be able to bring that small
Yeah.
Because of his play, and I think that is going to force the NBA and that come off your play to win championships. Once you do, you cannot help but put the limelight
Yep.
to the city. So I think he might be one of the first guys to do it. Not too many guys who've done it, and that's the reason why KD left Oklahoma, and we could go to even with Carmelo going to different places and him going to New York and leaving Denver. He understands that big market and that thing, but I think Giannis is a different type of player.
All right. Well, hey, man. Well, thank you for that breakdown. Hey, this is my buddy, my best friend. This is my brother. We call him Pee Wee, but he ain't Pee Wee. He's tall. He's taller than me. Eric, I love him to death. You know, ain't nothing I wouldn't do for this guy. Me, my brother Sid, my brother Wyatt, my brother Chris, we all grew up together in Chicago. So this is a blessing being able to hear from him. Great father, great man, working hard. So, hey, man, I love you. Thanks for your take on here. We're going to go ahead and finish up the show right here, man. And you're welcome to call in at any time, and I'm going to be... All right. I love you, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Love you, brother. All right, man. Bye-bye.
I want to piggyback off that a little bit, as we were talking earlier. You know, you give, you're talking about Jeremy Lin. He's a virtual nobody right now,
Yep.
but for 17 games in like 2012 or 2000 whatever, when he played for the Knicks, when Carmelo was out, it was Linsanity. People were buying Jeremy Lin t-shirts like he was the next greatest thing in a big market, but then you put that same player in a smaller market, poof, completely disappears.
Exactly.
So I'm hoping that Giannis can, just like Pee Wee said, bring a bigger market or bring more hype, so to speak, into a smaller market and then make Milwaukee more of like a household name, or even Giannis a house, even though his last name's kind of funky.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Can you know how to pronounce it?
I call him Giannis.
Compo, something like that.
And
Yeah.
no disrespect to you, Giannis, but
Right.
the thing of
Right.
the matter is this: Milwaukee, you cannot make a small city into a big city, and that's just
Right.
the reality of it. So what you have to do is you got to be efficient. You got to be like San Antonio. You got to be like Popovich.
Yeah, San Antonio wasn't. It's not even a big
Small market.
Yeah.
They was great in basketball. They
Yeah.
became a powerhouse. So when you thought of all them great teams, you thought of at the time Miami, but you also thought and Dallas was trying to come up. Then you thought of, hey, okay, well, but you still got to go through San Antonio. So with that being said, I do believe one of the things that Pete touched on was his loyalty to the city. With that being said, since we transitioning over to Milwaukee, if we got to talk Milwaukee, we got to talk Boston. We got to talk about how Boston and Kyrie did all this trash talking right before how he was going to put the big men on skates and all this other stuff.
Right.
And then sure enough, he had, I believe, a worse game than he had the previous game.
Yep.
And, you know,
His game 5 was horrible. Basically, it was a gentleman's sweep.
Right.
Right. So after game 1, everyone's like, especially Paul Pierce.
Right.
You're missing right now. Whereas I see posters in Milwaukee saying Paul Pierce has gone missing. It should be like, we understand, just like, so in the media, Paul was in so much in his hype, which is
he's always in his hype.
As a viewer, like, we don't want to see that. We know you played for Boston, but you got to speak objectively when you're on camera like that.
Yeah.
In game 1, after game 1, he was like, "It's over. It is over."
But see, his role on that
know?
NBA Countdown is to be in the hype, though. They know that. I mean, yesterday, if you seen and you didn't get a chance to see
I did not.
NBA Countdown, which is a great show, by the way. Michelle Beadle, Jalen Rose, Chauncey Billups, and Paul Pierce. All you guys out there talking sports, believe me, Seth and I would not be here right now being able to talk if you guys wasn't doing what you're doing. So we're not criticizing. We ain't even on y'all level to criticize, but, you know, we poke at whatever we think should be news. With that being said, It was funny to see Paul Pierce break down. They asked him to play. He was like, play the video. And then went back and he had edited. He edited everything that he said for Boston and changed it over to Milwaukee. I was crying.
Yeah.
It was funny. He was like breaking down how Giannis is going to dismantle Boston and how this team has so many other players outside. And you're like, wait a minute. These same words you use with Kyrie and how Kyrie wasn't going to, be stopped, and how the players around him, Boston has too much firepower, but Milwaukee can't handle it. So it's just one of them things where, you got certain commentators that's in their hype.
And we have these apocalyptic takes on every single game. We'll transition, not just quite yet, but I want to talk about that, the Philly Toronto series. It's like Philly wins one game. Oh, Toronto, what are you doing? Then Toronto wins the next game. Philly, what's going on? You're horrible. Then Philly goes back and wins. Oh my gosh, Toronto, what's going on? We got this flip-flop thing. Now we're in Game 7 of that series as well, which is great. But we've got to everyone's got to slow down on their hype, so to speak.
I disagree. I disagree.
Really?
My hype on what Seth just said is I love it. When we got all these different opinions going out, it causes the drama, and that's the reason why the NBA is, to me, in my hype. I believe that the NBA is now more popular than the NFL. In my hype, the NFL is of course history.
The viewership won't back you up. I'm sorry.
I said in my hype.
Okay.
I said in my hype. I didn't say no hype.
True.
So which
That's
means
true.
this:
That is true.
that the numbers, if the no hype, the numbers might say that the NFL is the most popular sport.
Right.
The NFL might be all of this in a bag of chips.
Right.
In my hype, I'd rather see basketball before I see football.
Gotcha.
I love football. I'm crazy about football. I go nuts over football. My fantasy and all that stuff for football. But basketball keeps me engaged throughout the whole year. Just like
Even the off season.
Even the off season. Even everything that's going on. The Lakers are not involved, and we talking about protests yesterday. And we can jump into that
You
later
see
on.
that?
Yeah,
We're kind of all over the place right
man,
now.
but
still.
we're talking. That's the NBA.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's the great gumbo. It gives you everything. You got players not liking each other. You got owners not liking players. You got players want to re-sign back in their home place. Players want to leave a certain place. They get paid these astronomical numbers. They don't show up. They do show up. They can't play because they got the runs. They play because they got the runs. It's like all this. It's a soap opera. And to me, a lot of players may feel, hey, you too much in my business, but the reason why they get these $200, $300 million contracts is because of this hype that's going on. So let Paul Pierce do what he do, show his excitement for his team. Let Michelle Beadle talk about the San Antonio
she's a
Spurs.
big Spurs
Let
fan,
Stephen A. Smith talk about the Philadelphia 76ers, and then jump into the Knicks. Max Kellerman, who I believe that's my favorite guy, period.
Okay.
I know a lot of people that ain't Max fans, but I believe me and Max, we
think the same.
We think the same. Max is always, to me, he's on point. And no disrespect to nobody else. I like Colin. Colin, he just hate Russell Westbrook. So
No, he doesn't.
Okay.
He says it.
In my
he
hype.
says on the show. Okay.
In my hype, he hates Russell Westbrook.
Okay.
So with that being said, my hype is the NBA is doing great with all these different opinions and all this drama.
Sure.
And hype is, NBA to me is more interactive for the fans than NFL. And because of that interactive participation from the fans, is to me, I feel like NBA is overtaking the NFL in my hype.
In your
no
hype.
hype.
Okay.
NFL maybe more numbers.
Reigns king.
Yeah.
I got you. Then if we're going to go on that route, I'm going to say, in my hype, college football is the greatest ever.
Yeah,
I love
fun.
college football. Like, my Saturdays, I tell my girlfriend, I'm like, hey, for 12, I need 12 Saturdays to myself. Don't bother me. I am glued to 7 TVs at once. I love it. So going back to, I guess we can talk.
NBA.
We want to talk Boston real quick.
Yeah.
Kyrie, in my opinion, was trying to play too much hero ball, so to speak. Was trying too hard, playing too much iso ball, and as you were saying, iso ball's kind of dead now in the NBA. So I think Kyrie kind of messed up the synergy. We're gonna use your word. You've been using it for the last couple of weeks. Because Brandon Stevens is more of like a team kind of guy.
Yeah.
They got team players on that squad, and Kyrie's trying to be the me guy, and then I think that's kind of what screwed everything up. So who knows where he's going to go? We all have the speculation about what he's going to do in the offseason.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you. He hasn't said. The media thinks they know where he's going to go. Oh, here's the best place for him. Who knows? Maybe he'll come to Phoenix.
Right.
Why not? I can say that.
Yeah. Now, that's you being in your hype. I think you said this the other day right before we got ready to start training. Seth had mentioned that, hey, why can't LeBron be traded to Phoenix? Why can't Kyrie come in? He's in his hype. And
Why can Anthony Davis come here too? We got a good coach here as well.
He even said, let trade Book.
Trade Booker.
And then bring in these guys and get. And the reason being is because, to me, this is the best place to play professional sports.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. We have the greatest weather.
Yep.
Not probably 2 months from now. We ain't gonna be saying that because it's gonna be 100 degrees.
Well,
but other than that,
yep.
it's still a great time. So with that being said, my hype is this. Kyrie. I want to see Kyrie be Kyrie. No hype. Kyrie can't be Kyrie anymore like that.
In that system.
In that system and in the NBA, because ball dominant guards are about to be extinct. You guys, and I'm saying this because my boy is one of them.
Yeah.
Unless you got efficiency, unless you shoot with the type of efficiency like Steph Curry, or Clay, and Clay is a 2 guard.
Yeah.
But your point guards have to be able to flow in the system, and then when they get that ball back, if they take that shot, if they're going to take that shot, they got to hit it. It's not a matter of you're going to be a volume shooter from a point guard position. It disrupts the synergy of the team. And with that being said, the rest of the team can't do anything. And then next thing you know, you're not winning games and you won't win chips.
As a point guard, you think, hey, I'm going to distribute the ball, shoot when I have to, play more of a team kind of oriented basketball. He went 6 for 21, 1 assist. Mm-hmm. 1 assist in minus 25. Mm-hmm. Those aren't very good stats in your final game. But who knows? He could stay with the Celtics. I don't know.
It's too many. To me, it doesn't make sense for both sides. Boston don't need to pay the type of money that they're paying Kyrie to still not be able to say that we're gonna definitely get a chip. Yeah. You got guys that's behind them who come in cheaper with less with a lower ego that you can build around, and Brad Stevens can orchestrate or operate his offense without dealing with this ego.
Now, I want to talk about that ego because remember he wanted out of Cleveland. Yeah. He was like, "Oh, I'm going to have knee surgery if you guys want to trade me, so I'm going to be out for the rest of the year because he wanted to be the guy." And then now that he tried to become the guy in Boston, he kind of figured out, "Oh wait, maybe I'm not a number 1 guy. Maybe I am a better Robin than I am a Batman." You know, he tried too hard to be that number 1 guy. You know, which is too bad because you kind of mess up. We're going to use that word again, the synergy of the team. So maybe he needs to go to a place. I mean, I've heard, hey, he wants to reunite with LeBron. But that's like, you know, you break up with your wife and then you get back together again with your ex-wife. That doesn't work very well sometimes. You know?
It happens. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. When you finally realize who you are.
I hope he does finally figure that out.
And that's the thing. It's not knocking on him. He's just great at being... He's not great being that volume shooter.
Yes.
Uncle Drew, I love Uncle Drew, but this ain't the movies. And if you're going to knock down... Golden State has raised the bar of playing, the level of playing so high that you cannot just fake it anymore. You can't go out there and will it anymore. You got to have a system. Think of and I don't want to transition over to the... Well, I do want to transition over to the West. Over to the West. The 3 best teams with the 3 best systems are still out there playing. Yep. Golden State, best system because it's Phil Jackson's old system with the triangle. It's just tweaked a little bit with the way it's
unselfish play.
Unselfish play.
Very unselfish
that same system went to New York and they couldn't do anything with him. Why? Because they had a Carmelo Anthony that was ball dominant and you couldn't run that offense through that in New York. Same system, champions to chumps. Same system.
Well, I want to go back to that real quick with Carmelo. Remember when Carmelo's coming back and they're like, hey, Carmelo might have to take a step back for Jeremy Lin. He's like, nope, I'm not going to. That's that ego again, man. Like, but you could have won more with that system and you decided not to. That's too bad, you know?
Well, when you raised up a certain kind of way, man, certain people don't know how to change with the times. You know, as trainers, think about it. If we still training people the old Arnold Schwarzenegger way, that might be really good for some people who like a traditional old school workout. Right. But when you bring in more progressive workouts and workouts that require different, instruments,
you gotta fit the need.
You gotta fit the need, and you gotta be able to change with the times. There's a lot of stuff that's out here that you can have a more efficient workout than the old prehistoric barbells and dumbbells. So with that being said, these players need to be able to adjust to the times, and you need coaches that can adjust to the time. And like I was saying about the systems, you got Portland. That system over there, I forgot the guy's name, Stout or whatever his name. He's an excellent coach. Sure. My man from Denver, speaking of Denver, which is now your favorite team.
Yes.
Joker and Murray. Yeah. That system is beautiful.
Yes.
And another team that has been eliminated that has a great system is the Clippers. LA Clippers. Okay. Doc Rivers' system is magnifique. And then you look over east, Milwaukee system is really good.
Yeah.
You know, minus Kyrie, Boston system was really
They
good.
were better without Kyrie last year. They went to Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals without Kyrie.
Right.
I think they have a better record without him, essentially.
Toronto has a good system.
Sure.
Now Philly, they don't have a system, and
They haven't figured it out yet because it's like, first of all, you have a point guard, a 6'10" point guard who plays like magic, but who can't shoot. So you got a guy who in game 5 or 6 took 5 shots. Mm-hmm. Your point guard took 5 total shots. He needs, like I said, he can't shoot like outside of 8 feet out of the basket. And then you got Joel Embiid, who kind of clogs the lane for him, in my opinion, because he wants to drive more. What's his name again?
Joel Embiid.
Not Joel Embiid, the point guard over there.
Ben Simmons.
Simmons, yeah, I'm sorry. Simmons, right? He'd rather play closer to the basket, but Embiid's right there, so it kind of clogs it for him. So those two play together. It works sometimes and it doesn't work.
Nah.
But it all depends like how well will Joel do. He'll have a game, we'll have like 3 3-pointers, 3 for 3 from 3-point. He'll go to the line 12 times, go 11 for 12, have 10 boards, like 4 assists. He has a great game. Then there's other games where he disappears, and that's where the flip-flopping in Philly comes.
When he's on his game, he changes the dynamics of the game like Steph does.
Sure.
So Philly is caught because, and I believe I was listening to Max Kellerman. I'm gonna give credit where credit's due. He made sense when he said that Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons combination does not work because Ben Simmons he's like LeBron. He can handle the ball. He needs to be able to penetrate to the bucket, and he can't do that with Joel Embiid clogging up the middle.
Right.
However, with Joel Embiid's skill set, there's no other center outside of the Joker who I believe who can go with him skill for skill. Marc Gasol is a good guy, but he's old school. Right now, Joker is. So with that being said, Embiid he's a unicorn. The problem is you just need him to play. You need him to be consistent with his play, and when he's not consistent with his play, it throws off the rhythm. Because to me, Jimmy Butler is a killer on that team. I would take Jimmy Butler in a heartbeat.
He's a free agent. Where's he going to go?
Oh, man, I would hope. I'm hoping that he would come to Phoenix and say, let me just take over Phoenix.
You hear all these, Lakers and da-da-da. How come no one's talking about Phoenix?
Yeah.
How come nobody wants to come to Phoenix? As you said, it's such a great place to live,
Well, we're not hype with the Phoenix, but to be honest with you, no hype. If the ball came, if we had a team here in Phoenix and we built this up, I just believe this is a great market. This is an untapped market.
Absolutely.
I mean, we just sports. We got so many ex-athletes out here, celebrities, and
great workout facilities. Yeah,
Man,
absolutely.
we should be on the tourist board for this state of Arizona, right?
Yeah.
So, but anyway, so I don't know, but the East. What's your hype and no hype in that Philly game?
This is such a hard decision for me because each game has been. Philly will win by 20, then Toronto wins by 20, then Philly wins again by 20, and it goes back and forth. Okay. To me, it's a coin flip. It's a pick 'em. It's in Toronto today.
Your hype and no hype. Who's your hype?
My hype is Philly.
No hype.
My no hype. It's so hard, man. It's hard. This is a tough one. I'm in the opinion business, so in my opinion, I'm going to say Philly again. I love Toronto. I love, America's hat. Great city. I'm going to go Philly.
Okay. My hype is Philly. My hype is Philly because I want to see Jimmy Butler continue to play. I like the way Philly plays. To me, Toronto is boring. Although, it's just what it is. I'm in my hype. I'm all in my hype.
That's great. That's
Toronto is boring.
Yeah.
Kawhi, as great as he is and as efficient as he is, and when I'm watching him, when I take time out to actually sit down and watch him play, I'm like, oh, this boy just killed. Oh, this is a great move. And he's so efficient and he's so clutch and this and that. But it's boring.
Yeah.
Say he carried San Antonio up to Toronto. He got that same boring offense.
Yeah.
So, but no hype, Toronto, because of the system.
Okay.
I don't believe that the coach for Philly knows what to do with all that talent. It's one thing to be able to coach a team with no talent. It's one thing to be able to coach a team that may be on their way up. But when you got a ton of talent that's the hardest thing to do because you got to massage all these egos.
Sure.
You got Tobias Harris out there. He looks like he don't know what to do with Tobias. You got Jimmy Butler is back in Kung Fu Jimmy Butler mode again.
He's got that headband on.
He got that headband on. And if this Philadelphia 76ers team don't get together, you're going to hear about another Jimmy Butler practice. I can tell you that right now.
Man.
He's going to go to Philly and he's going to be slicing them up. He's going to be saying Joel Embiid is weak. He's going to be saying he's going to take Ben Simmons hard and he's going to demand a trade. And if he do it, he's right if they lose because this team shouldn't be losing right now. JJ Redick is a 3-point assassin. I don't understand why they can't get it together.
If you had to get rid of one guy in that team, who would you get rid of?
Oh,
Because you can't pay all 4 of those guys.
I don't know. You got me in a crunch. I would have to get rid of. You got to pick between Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, and I got to keep Joel Embiid because they either one of them
Really?
gotta go.
But he gets injured so much.
But yeah,
There's one thing. I'm going to get rid of Joel because of the injuries.
but then Ben Simmons can't shoot.
Then that's when you go to what do you say? Go to the Magic. Go to the birdhouse, whatever.
Yeah.
Go to the Michael Jordan.
Okay, so you gotta go to Hornets. Right? You gotta go to the Charlotte Hornets layer, or you either gotta go to the Bird's Nest and go talk to Larry Bird, or you gotta go out on the lake on a boat with Magic and talk to them about.
That's what he needs to do. He needs some serious coaching on his jumper because he has zero confidence in that whatsoever, which is too bad.
I'm gonna add another person. So you gotta go to the Snake Pit and go deal with Kobe.
Oh, okay. The Mamba. Okay, all right.
And now the way Steph is playing, you might have to go because Steph to me he's a scripture in the Bible to me. It's like David and Goliath every time you see him. So you might have to go hang out on the mountain and tend to some sheep and some kill a bear, and knock down Goliath and hit a slingshot and have a nice little conversation. Go hunting with
there
Steph.
You go.
So and then you get that, then you learn how to be a champion. All these guys got that mystique, that championship swag about them.
So let's go to the Western Conference real quick because we have one more series left. We have 2 Game 7s tomorrow. There's NBA. How come you don't have like one Game 7 today and then one tomorrow? Why do you have them both tomorrow? Sunday. But anyway, Sunday. That's what I'm saying.
Everybody's gonna be off on Sunday, and they want everybody to watch the games.
But that's taken away from Mom's Day, from Mother's Day.
But
what if there was a Game 7 in the Houston series as well?
Let me tell you.
3 Game 7s on a Sunday?
Again, this is why the NBA, to me, in my hype, is the best sport. Moms love the NFL, but they love basketball. Yeah. They love basketball. Okay. So you got more women involved with basketball. You know how much trash talking I get from family and friends and girl. These are all women.
Like Francesca?
Francesca on down. But, you got other people. You got Jacinta coming here with her, and her teams. And women love basketball, plain and simple. Sure. My mom is calling me like, my wife, she's sitting up all day. I'm like, why don't you go to bed? She don't want to go to bed because she's like, wow, Murray's killing it. I'm like, how you know about Murray? Because she's watching the game. So this is the time for those casual fans to get engaged with the NBA and they get addicted to these playoffs. Best day to have it, Mother's Day.
Let's piggyback off of that Murray take. Lance talked about Murray on Denver as an assassin,
he is.
As a point guard.
He is.
And my thing on that is, if Murray, just like Jeremy Lin, if Murray were in a bigger market, we would know more about him. But I haven't heard a lick about him. Mm-hmm. It's partly my fault, because I get a lot of my information from, ESPN and FS1 and all those guys. I need to do some more reading on that. Mm-hmm. As you're saying, he's really good. Just like with Joker, I watched him the other day. He can pass. He thinks like 2 moves ahead of everybody.
He does.
He's not the most athletic guy. If you look at him, he's kind of goofy and clunky a little bit, but very savvy, great passing. Great shooter. He's confident in his shot. Very technical with his shot. I think more people need to watch him. And as you're going to say, same thing about Murray. Like, give us a Murray take. Just so people can get more information about him because the big networks don't talk about him.
Okay. Well, my hype is Joker is the baby of Zach Randolph and Mark Gasol. Again, hype. To me, his intelligence and the way he plays, he looks like he should be
super intelligent.
He reminds me, if both of them were to have a baby, that would be their kid. He plays like that. He's under the rim. He's an under rim player. Murray is a killer. Murray is doing some stuff. He did some stuff the other day that I was like, wait a minute, who do I compare him to? And it's beautiful that I can't compare him to
But
anybody.
he's his own guy.
He's
Let's
his
keep it like
own-
that.
Exactly.
Let's keep it there.
I love it. I
Yeah.
love it when these guys create their own mode.
Yeah.
So with that being said, all of a sudden I've been talking about Denver all season long here and there, but now I'm appreciating them. Now I can't wait to see how high the ceiling can go
Yeah.
with this combination of Murray and Joker.
Yeah.
I want to see them together.
Yes.
I think with your boy Harris out there who compliments them, and you got all these other Barton and all these other, they got some good pieces there and they got a good
Yeah.
system.
That's why they're
Again,
the number 2 team in the West.
but Denver is not so much a smaller market. It's just that Denver has not been winning, and
Yeah.
nobody can trust Denver to say,
Sure.
okay, you guys are good in the regular season. Are you guys going to come through in the postseason? And are you guys going to be entertaining?
Right.
Now they're entertaining and they're winning at the same
Right.
time. They got the same thing that Portland had. Portland always had Damon Lillard. Portland always had C.J. McCullough. Now all of a sudden, everybody loves C.J. McCullough. Everybody loves Damon Lillard.
Hold on one second. We're gonna get a baseball talk.
Let's get a
taken
baseball
here.
talk. Let's
Baseball
get Master
hype,
Jason
real
in here.
quick,
Come
real
on,
quick.
Master Jason. Let's get in here. Master Jason.
Gentlemen,
We got
We're
greatness.
gonna
We
segue.
got greatness.
Hold on, we're gonna segue into baseball
same way.
for a second. So Jason, come on in here.
got greatness in
Jason
here.
is from New York. He's got that thick New York accent going on in here. So we want to talk a little baseball real quick. So Jason, if you want to give a little
Talk about his
background just for a
favorite team, the
second.
Yankees, please. Talk about the Yankees.
I believe his favorite team is the Boston Red Sox.
Boston.
No,
You
he
know,
a Yankee
Boston.
fan.
I can't co-sign that, but at the same time, they are the champs, so I have to stand down.
We don't have 27, but we'll take last year. We'll take it.
What have you done for me lately?
Right.
Yeah. So if you want to go ahead and just talk about where you're from, and then a little bit about your baseball, and
Yes.
just go ahead, just fire away, man.
Born and raised Brooklyn, New York. Just moved out here with my family. Loving it so far. Played baseball my entire life, all the way into college at Texas State University. It was a
Okay.
great experience.
What
I
position?
played third base until Paul Goldschmidt got there, and then I had to go.
Oh,
play around the
really?
field. Yeah.
Wow.
That's a great story,
Wow.
man. Holy
Wow.
cow!
Wow.
So Paul Goldschmidt.
Yeah, and then I knew
Playing
if I
St.
wanted to
Louis.
play, I had to go somewhere else.
Yeah,
so
no
that was the
kidding.
move.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a good
That's
time.
cool.
Good
Do you
time.
give his autograph?
I do not. He wasn't
Oh.
famous when I knew him,
Yeah,
so
true.
it wasn't really something I was trying to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, season is very early, very
Yes.
young. We're not in first yet, but we're half a game out, and I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to what's to come.
Yeah, I was just telling when we first started, I was watching MLB Network had the Yankees and Tampa Bay playing yesterday, so I got to watch Glasnow, who now had an MRI on his forearm. He's out 4 to 6 weeks, which is too bad. But the Yankees, who are now playing with the next man up, because everybody's on the IL basically.
Oh, it's crazy.
You guys had a pitcher named last name was Germán, who's now leading in the American League in wins. He has 7 wins. This little wiry, skinny dude was slinging it yesterday. That was a fun game to watch. But half the guys, I had no idea who was playing on the Yankees because there's no one there anymore. But you guys are still. It's like next man up. I don't know how you guys are doing it. You guys have the best
always been doing it.
farm system apparently.
Always.
So it's
Yeah.
very, very strong farm system. Even as a fan myself, I'm watching it, and I don't know most of the players,
Yeah.
but it's a good problem because once everybody comes back and they're actually healthy,
And
then it's
rested,
really going to be a competition to see who wants that spot. So this is all good stuff going on in New York right now.
Yeah.
What's up, brother?
There you go. You see.
Man.
I hope that the Yankees don't do well. Being a Red Sox fan, but my Red Sox are starting to get their form back. Mookie Betts is starting to hit again.
Sooner or later, they'll be like the Dodgers, be like, leading the league in homers.
Yeah, you see Cody Bellinger, who's he went
Arizona
he
boy,
went to Hamilton, just on the
Arizona
street
boy,
here.
down the street
Love
of
that.
Hamilton.
Yeah.
I heard that school's amazing, by
It
the
is.
way.
Yeah.
It is. Hamilton and Chandler, we're in the middle of both.
I was checking out the stats. Bellinger leads all major leagues in home runs, RBIs, batting average, on base percentage, OPS, basically every major category. He is destroying it. So good for him.
Yeah.
I guess good for the Dodgers. Lance is a Dodgers nerd.
Yeah.
That's
I'm a
fine.
Dodgers nerd.
Yeah.
Dodger dog. Let's go Dodgers.
And speaking of Dodgers, coming up soon, Kershaw is playing against. There's a new pitcher for the Padres, Chris Paddock, who's a young upcoming kid, who's really really good too as well. That's a matchup I think either today or tomorrow. That'll be fun to watch. If you're just a general baseball fan, so a good old pitcher versus a young up and coming pitcher, that'll be fun to watch.
Dodgers
So-
still ahead of the Padres right now.
Oh yeah,
I
Dodgers
just wanna
are
make sure
crushing
the
it.
Padres
They're
suck.
crushing it.
The Padres are just horrible.
Tell it to Patrick.
I can't wait to tell that to Patrick. Patrick might not
Yeah.
speak to me.
You
next
might not
week.
like
Yeah.
that as
I
much.
will.
Nah, he
Yeah.
ain't gonna like it. He
Yeah,
gonna
right.
hate it. Him and his Machado, whoever his name
Yeah.
is.
Who hasn't been doing much this year.
That's
The Giants
right.
only got like 5 or 6 home runs.
$300 million of garbage. I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah, even Bryce Harper, my guy Harper, isn't really. Yeah, he's been like 127 in his last 10 games.
I think that's a big problem when you get contracts like that. You get a lot of pressure. You're going into a new city. If you start off the first 2-3 games, that media gets on the wrong side. You start getting into your own head. It's a slippery slope.
Yeah, right, especially in Philly too. They were booing him last week. Like, come
Ruthless
on,
fan
guys.
base. Ruthless fan base.
Yeah, right. Dang.
Oh, man.
Hey, appreciate it, man.
No problem.
Jason in the No Hype Zone.
Hey, this is
hopefully
the
he can
man.
come back. We got to get him and Patrick on.
Oh, I'd love to
together
come
and
back.
just go talk baseball. We talk about the minutia of baseball, things that or the nuance that a lot of people don't know. You know, they just think, hey, see ball, hit ball, run.
For the All-Star
You know.
game, going to the All-Star game, we need to have a baseball All-Star
Yes.
run and let him
Yeah.
and Patrick just go through it.
I
Yeah.
would love to. And on top of that, I know a lot of people that watch the game like that. There's so much more detail to the game.
Yes, yeah, and I'm learning that from Patrick, and I love to learn from you as well. So,
I got a couple gems for you guys.
Okay.
But till next
There you
time.
go.
Let's talk.
my man, sounds good.
Hey,
Take care, guys.
Love this dude. I'm crazy about that boy. Crazy about Jason.
We'll see you, man.
Right,
Take
man.
care, guys.
Yes, sir.
You bet. So that's our base. I guess we can use that as our baseball hype.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, we still gotta go through the little lineup and stuff
Sure.
because your hype is always Boston and my hype is always Dodgers. So we
Right.
can go into who's actually leading and who's not leading.
Right.
So
So let's go back into Denver, Portland.
Okay.
I'm gonna say my hype has got to be. I'm gonna go with Portland, but my no hype is gonna be Denver. Yeah.
Good call.
Yeah.
Good call. My hype is going to be Denver. My no hype is going to be Portland. It's going to be flip flop.
Okay.
Reason why is because I'm scared of Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard
Yeah, and CJ McCullough.
and CJ McCullough. They don't need Nurkic.
Yeah.
To me, people say they need Nurkic. They
haven't needed him at all. If I'm saying that grammatically correct.
You are.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
But, you
Yeah.
know, Damian Lillard reminds me of Chris Paul back in the day. Chris
Yeah.
Paul didn't really need a lot.
Yeah.
He was able to get his team and will his team to the playoffs because he plays so smart and plays so efficient.
Yeah.
Damian Lillard has not had a great series, but when they need him to step up, he knows how to shoot that dagger. Again, Denver is that team. However, I don't know if the experience of Murray compared to Lillard is going to help Denver prevail. So with that being said, again, my hype would be Denver because I just want to keep seeing Joker. I just
Right.
think, and we're going to transition this into our top 5 players and
Sure.
just playing in the playoffs right now. But I just want to see Joker continue to play. But also, I'm selfish. I want to see Damian play as well. So,
Yeah.
So no hype is Portland, but good call
Okay.
on that. And then we got to go into transition. We got Golden State, who's gonna have a week off. So we guess we got to just wait on both of those games. So
Yeah.
Milwaukee is in the wings waiting, which is really good for Brogdon because Brogdon is hurt
Okay.
and he needed some time. So they waiting on that Philly-Toronto game to end up, and Golden State is waiting on Denver and Portland.
Oh, yeah.
That's our NBA.
Yeah. There you go. That's a lot of NBA today.
I love it.
A lot of NBA.
I love it. I
You
love
know,
it.
but a lot to break down. Even though there's only 4 teams left or whatever. You know, there's a lot to talk about
Yes,
within
sir.
those 4 teams. So
Yes,
right on. Who do you want to go next?
Well,
here?
I think that we and you had talked about. Well, we was in baseball, so we can. It's quick that we can
Go back
jump
to
back
baseball
into the
real
little
quick, yeah.
baseball real quick.
Yeah.
So if we go into the baseball,
I do want to say congrats to Minnesota, who now has the best record in all of Major League Baseball.
What?
No one really thought about that or talked about that. It's so hard because you can give your projections, you can give your opinions, but you never know until just like, hey, this team's a paper champion.
Right.
You never know until and that's why they play the games. And it's good for Minnesota for.
Well, you got they
blowing it
only up for like a half a game. So
But still, but they have the best record in baseball.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Well,
you
yeah,
know? Who saw that coming? I certainly didn't. I don't think the experts
then
really
they
saw
just
that
built
coming.
that new ballpark out there,
Couple
Target
years ago,
Field.
yeah.
They got to
Yeah.
do something out there. They built 2 new stadiums out there. They need
That's right,
they need
yeah,
the Vikings
yeah.
to step up, and they need
Yeah.
the Twins step up. So right now, in hype, no hype, East American League, you got Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about Tampa Bay. They're just kicking
They're,
everybody butt.
they are. They surprisingly so.
Okay.
And good for them. As long as they're taking out the Yankees,
Okay.
I appreciate that.
Well, you need that because y'all
That's
are
my
right.
hype.
You guys are like 4 games behind right
Yeah.
now. I would love to see. I'm liking the hype around Toronto. I guess call me again. I like drama. But
Yeah.
I like Guerrero. I like Guerrero. I
Yeah,
want to see
yeah,
more
man.
Guerrero
Hell yeah.
play. So I would love to see that. Baltimore is Baltimore. I'm sorry.
That's too
Baltimore.
bad.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry about that, Baltimore. Going to the Central, American League Central. You got Minnesota, I still think Cleveland is gonna come out of there. You saying Minnesota's in the lead now, but I think Cleveland's team to beat. Of course, I would like to see the White Sox in last place. They're second to last place, which is not good enough to me. So they need to be in last place.
Oh my God!
I know. It's nothing worse.
That's rough.
Yeah, we can't. St. Louis Cardinals and Chicago White Sox. I can't deal with them. The West, American League West, Houston is where we know they was gonna be there. And Seattle is right there.
My Red Sox just beat Seattle last night, 14-1.
Okay, so that's probably why they're down. They're down 5 games. The Angels is finally coming up. It's good to see them not in last place with a $400 million player on their team.
Yeah, their pitching is still not up to par. Pujols is getting older. By the way, congratulations, Pujols, for your 2,000th RBI. You're the one of 3 guys with 2,000 RBIs, which is A-Rod, and I think the other one is either Barry Bonds or shoot, I forgot who it was.
He's still producing with that contract. I thought that was the worst thing in the world for the Angels.
Yeah. He's like 32 years old. It's going to be a 10-year contract.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
And it's all guaranteed, by the way. So if you're out there, play baseball. Yeah.
All right, so transitioning to the National League. Well, Bryce Harper's Phillies in first place in the East.
And they're booing him.
Yeah.
He had a grand slam the other night.
Wow.
So good for you. He's on my fantasy team. Good job.
His hair is amazing. It's like
Right?
a helmet. His hair.
He does have beautiful
his
hair.
hair comes through like he's whatever. All right, you got Atlanta's right behind them.
Yeah, you got the baby Braves. They're fun to watch. They got a really good young nucleus. Hopefully they can keep those guys for a long time.
What do you think about the Mets?
The Mets can't close out games, unfortunately. They got a great first baseman, a young guy, Pete Alonso, who's a rookie. DeGrom is sort of hurt a little bit. Noah Syndergaard the other day had a game. He had a shutout. He also scored his team's only run, which was a home run. So like the first time since like 1982 this ever happened, where a pitcher pitched a shutout and then produced the only run of the game, which is crazy. So they won 1-0. That's a pretty cool stat.
Awesome.
Very rare. One of the rarest things in all of baseball.
I love it. You come with your that game. This baseball stats stuff.
I love baseball. Yeah.
Shoot it out.
Yeah.
Go ahead, and that's no hype.
Yeah.
All right. And so going to the Central, the Chicago Cubs. Go Cubs. Cubs at first place.
But
we
tied in first place. So Mark, this one goes to you. You the other day walked in and were like, I'm like, what? Won what? You got a minute? It's like Cubs are in first place. Like, oh my God, dude.
I thought I was picking on Mark.
I didn't. That's not me picking on man. He starts it. He's the one that
Mark
starts
said
it.
you're the biggest instigator.
Oh my God. Oh my
Every time
God.
Mark comes in, Mark just comes in and trains, and then you gotta attack
because
him
he
all
tells
the time.
you that, right?
Yeah.
But he does. He doesn't give you the other side of the story, which is he. And so you guys see these text messages between myself and him. Oh my God.
In the middle of training, they send each other text messages.
Oh my, this guy is crazy. Anyway, but Cubs in Milwaukee?
Cubs in Milwaukee, so the Brew Crew, which, with Yelich over there, I believe that, that team is, at any given time, can go.
Moustakas is getting better. He's starting to get hot a little bit.
Actually, you know what? It's anybody's ball game. St. Louis is on there.
And it's still young. We're still, I think, 30 or 40 games in. It's still a young season.
Yeah. Well, I hope Baez do what he's supposed to do for my boys, even though Rizzo is the one that, carrying the team right now. But Baez,
he's the savvy old vet at 27 years old, Rizzo.
Well, I've always been a Baez fan. I like him. Then we go to the West. My Dodgers. Dodgers kicking everybody.
Who's that in second place?
That's
Arizona?
Yeah, that's the Diamondbacks.
What is going on with the Diamondbacks?
It don't matter.
Which is, it's crazy because, you have these, I guess not growing up here, I'm saying, in Phoenix, you have these expectations this year of, oh man, they're going to be crap. You got rid of the Goldschmidt and, all this and that and the other. So when you don't have high expectations and then they do well, it's like, what is going on?
Yeah.
So good for that team, man. They got a lot of scrappy young guys in there. You got Walker, their first baseman, the rookie first baseman, also on my fantasy team, doing fantastic. So good for the D-backs, man.
That's why you know everything, because you playing fantasy baseball. I should have been playing fantasy baseball. I'm like,
so much fun.
You know all this baseball. I mean, I watch Sports Center just like you do. I watch the Fox station like you do. I even turn on the baseball network.
Yeah.
And I can't remember all that. So it's because you play fantasy. I'm getting in my fantasy.
That's part of it. Also, I was sick from work yesterday, so I sat home and watched MLB Network. I love MLB Tonight, man. When they really talk about the nuance and the minutia of the game. That's fun.
I'm Synergy and that's minutia.
Yeah.
That's
the name of our show.
Well, Synergy and minutia, right there.
There you go.
Is that the Padres in third place? That is the Padres in third. Is that the San Diego Padres with the $300 million and is that the Giants in last place? That is the Giants, Ray. And all you Giants fans out there, I hope y'all loving this.
They're shopping Bumgarner right now.
Well,
the Giants.
They need to shop something, man.
Yeah. I'm surprised Colorado.
Stinks.
I mean, I was hoping Colorado would do better this year. You know, especially with Arenado, who just got that extension. So he's a hell of a player. You saw the other day, he hit a home run in the snow.
Yeah,
that was really cool to see.
The Story's still with the Colorado. The Story's still playing with them. I like him last year.
He's not. His rookie year, he was great, and then he had a sophomore slump, and then
got tape on
carrying into this year. Yeah,
right.
they got film on him.
You got the film on it. Everybody changes when you get film. So that's our baseball take. Right then and there, we hit the basketball. Just
hockey's going into their Western Eastern Conference Finals. So you've got Boston and Carolina, and then you have St. Louis and San Jose. In
so I'm rooting for Carolina only because of Don Cherry. Again, brought drama.
Like, come on, Don. Like, you crotchety old man.
I love it.
Because this is giving hockey some love. They're actually talking about hockey because of what the Carolina Hurricanes are doing.
Exactly.
When they celebrate. It's fun. They're not trying to show anybody up. They're just having fun with it. Like, hey, enjoy yourselves. You don't have to be so, straight-laced and it's like when you hit a home run, let me just try around the base with my head down. Like, have some personality, man. And good for the Carolina Panthers. I like that. I think everyone loves it. You're the only guy that doesn't like it, Don Cherry.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I don't know anything about hockey. Everybody knows that. But I do like Carolina because of what happened. And
there you go. See, you're getting a fan, Carolina, out of someone who doesn't watch hockey.
Exactly. Now, Pittsburgh was playing. I'll be watching them because of Sonny. And I like I said, I like Subban from Nashville. Or if my Blackhawks were playing or the Kings were playing, that'd be a totally different subject. But yeah, so you got what's your hype and no hype between St. Louis and San Jose?
San Jose, I'm going to say my hype's with San Jose. Just because of Ethan, you're a big San Jose fan.
Okay.
Then my no hype was going to be also with San Jose because they got a hot goalie as well.
Okay,
so,
makes sense. Makes sense. And on the other series with Carolina?
Carolina, I'm going to say Carolina and what did we say? Boston. I'm going to say no to Boston. My hype is no because Boston beat my Blue Jackets. My brother's a big Blue Jackets fan. Okay. And then we got Carolina. I'll say it'd be fun to see Carolina in the final. No S. You can talk about Stanley Cup final because there's only one of them. So I'm going to say Carolina in the final so that maybe hockey can get more hype or more publicity because of that. That'd be kind of fun to see them on a national stage in the Stanley Cup final to see all that. So
I think that would be a good call. Yeah, that's a good call. So, hey, we done hit on all three. You want to talk about that Kentucky Derby a little bit?
You go ahead. I mean, I saw the replay. I mean, that was last week. I mean, there's a big controversial call and the guy impeded the on the final turn or something like that. Again, I don't even know, man. I don't even know.
Yeah, some type of crazy name.
Yeah, they all have crazy names, something like that. Yeah.
Well, hey, we don't know anything about the Kentucky Derby, but we guys that watch, sports shows. Yeah, and it's funny. Yeah. I thought that was hilarious. For you on a muddy. I'm a horse. I'm running in conditions that's terrible. If I can talk as a horse, I would have said no. Did my agent know that I'm $1 million horse and I'm about to run on this type of surface right here? This is crazy. Yeah. I couldn't do this. Yeah. Then I'm running the best race of my life. I've trained all year and I happen to do a two-step to the side because I can't get foot because the ground is unstable. You're going to tell me that I punked out 4 horses that are behind me, the 2 that's right next to me and 1 that was way on the other side, all because I slipped over to the side? It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me how they called that race. You can break down the rules all you want to. I think that horse got holes.
Sure.
And again, we're not saying the names because we don't want to act like we experts on the Kentucky Derby.
But I will tell you what, this controversy has we're talking about it. So I guess controversy is good.
That's what I keep trying to tell you. I keep trying to tell you. The more,
but we don't have over controversy everything. You know what I'm saying? Like everything. Just like the Rockets. We're gonna Rockets in game 1. Like, oh man, the refs are hosing us, man. So we're gonna make a controversy out of it. Everything can't be a controversy because it doesn't go your way.
State Farm. Should have contacted. They should have had a new policy or something. State Farm. It's something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Too much
Yeah.
of that. Did you see the commercial with the Rocket dude and the little mascot
No.
shooting up Chris Paul's house?
Really?
Or something.
Okay.
They needed him out there with a jersey on and some gym shoes
Yeah.
to help them beat Golden State because them boys. I know PJ Tucker played his heart out yesterday. He did get his ankles broken down by
Did he?
Steph a
Yeah.
couple times. You should have seen that.
Yeah.
But anyway, hey, that was a heck of a show, man.
Yeah, hey,
Sid,
another
you didn't
one,
call
another
in.
one. That's okay.
Adrian, you didn't call in. I was hoping
You're
that you
scared.
two guys are gonna call in.
okay.
Hey, going forward, subscribe, like it,
Yes.
share this thing.
Yes.
We're trying to get up to 5,000 subscribers.
Yes. We need your help. Yeah, we just need everybody's help to like it, share it, all that stuff.
Get
All
it
the stuff
out
the
there.
YouTube people got to do, to get it out there.
That's what's up.
So tell your friends, even if you watch 5 minutes of the show, that's fine. We'll take that. So
We'll take that.
yeah, and give us your info, or give us your hype on stuff, or if you want to hear stuff, or if you guys want us to talk about something, write in the comments.
Right.
We
We want your hype and no hype. Again, your hype is what you love, your passion. Your no hype is what you actually, stats, factual, is based. You know that you're not just talking because you like a team. So let's hype, no hype. You see us talking like that a lot of times. Going forward, my hype is like we said, I want to see Milwaukee come win the NBA championship. Reason why is because I'm getting Warrior fatigue. No
We
hype
all are.
though.
We all
But
are.
no hype.
Warriors, man. I mean, it's hard to say no to that, So
Yep.
fair enough. All right, guys. We'll see you
Thank
next
you.
week.
Yep.
And we'll go from there.
It's Tom Brady episode next week. That's 12 next week, right? We're going 12.
No, this is 13.
This 13.
This
so
is
we don't-
13.
we don't- I
14
don't-
next week.
I don't know where I've been the other 13 episodes. All right, we're going into
Yeah.
episode 14 next
Yeah.
week.
Yeah.
See
right
y'all
on.
there.
All right, guys.